All right, what do we deserve there, people? It's Tyler from Tyler Has Words. I want to get back into talking about Tess of the D'Urbervilles from Thomas Hardy. Amazing book. And I was going over a passage at the end, and I was just like, I have to talk about this book in a holistic way, and specifically one thing that I took out of it. And I'll try to be quick about it, but I just think if you haven't read this book, I won't be totally spoiling the crap out of it. It's accessible, and I think it's a perfect... Well, let's just get into it. So, I just want to highly recommend this. Plot and style. 2-minute classics are boring, but not here. Things happen. Tragic things. Shockingly tragic things, actually. Considering it was written near the turn of the 20th century, it had to be downright scandalous, and there's philosophy and poetic flourishes that teleport you to this pastoral setting where it's okay to sit and think about stuff while milking cows or whatever they do on farms. The plot is executed really, really well. With few characters and just a little bit of adventure, we go on a pretty hardcore physical, mental, and psychological journey with Tess. Also realized that people had to walk a ton back in the day. If you weren't rich enough for a horse, you were like a friggin' professional walker. I mean, she walks a lot in this book. And yet it's great and amazing and one of the most perfect and heart-slaying endings in the history of history. You know that the bad is coming, but somehow you're still hoping for the best because of the writing. You know, Tess is a likable character, and I wanted her to win. She's headstrong, yeah, but dang it if she doesn't have bad luck. And that is putting it lightly. So Tess is a cool cat. She complains a little, but she could complain a whole lot more. I know I would. Here's the deal. Tess gets used to the pain. And it reminds me that humans are weird in what we can acclimate to. Repetition is friggin' powerful. If you're getting a beat down on the daily, and sooner or later you might just call yourself someone who takes a beat down. Repetition becomes you. The notion of what we deserve is also extremely powerful. Depending on how the cards are dealt, we can convince ourselves any hand was the right one. This is best summed up at the end. If you haven't read the book, the end hits you like a ton of bricks. After finally having a few days of happiness with her husband, after just stacks of crap just being hoisted upon her shoulders throughout the novel's proceedings, finally she has a couple moments and a couple days of happiness with her husband. But she says it can't last and gives over to the fact that she can't endure the good times. Fulfillment to Tess is like a healthy meal for a person raised on garbage. Her system rejects it. She's taken too many beatdowns and convinced herself that that's the only way it can go. I've been there, Tess. Down in the hole, listening to Alice in Chains, other bad things. But maybe it's cool to avoid thinking too much about what you deserve all the time. New cards can be dealt and nothing repeats forever. The lesson, I suppose, is acceptance can backfire. Change your station, or at least try. God knows it's not easy, but you don't want to end up like Tess, tragic with very few good times to take to the grave. Alright guys, be safe out there. Thus ends another happy message from TylerHasWords.com. Please like and subscribe. Sorry that I had to get into this subject, but it's a sad book. It's a beautifully sad book, though. I'm so glad I went back over it. Thank you, Tom Hardy. I really liked you in Peaky Blinders. Cheers, peace, and see you after.